Hey y'all, welcome to Friday's Kitchen. Welcome back if you have been here before. I thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, we are going to be making a blueberry lemon cream cheese pound cake with a cream cheese filling. Remember to look down below for a full list of ingredients as well as instructions. But really quickly, we have 3 cups of cake flour here. I don't typically add baking powder with this specific recipe, but because I'm adding so many things to this cake, I did add 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder to this, as well as a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Here we have 3 cups of granulated sugar. Here we have the zest of 3 organic lemons. Next, we have 3 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature, as well as 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese at room temperature. We have the vanilla extract, which I will be using 1 tablespoon of. We have 6 eggs at room temperature. And here we have 1 pint of organic blueberries that have been tossed in 2 tablespoons of flour. All right guys, so now we are working on the final ingredient of the pound cake. Here we are going to make a cream cheese filling. So I have an 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese. I'm just gonna give it a stir so it'll be a little easier to mix once I add the sugar. All right, now we are going to add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. All right, so next we are going to add the vanilla extract. In my personal opinion, you can never have too much vanilla. Add just a splash, maybe the equivalent of a teaspoon. Again, I don't think you can have too much, so. All right, so now that everything is well incorporated, we are going to set this aside and get started on our pound cake batter. We're going to start by preheating the oven to 300 degrees. All right guys, to start, we are going to mix our 3 sticks of unsalted butter with the 8-ounce block of cream cheese. All right, so here we are going to start adding the sugar slowly. Here I've turned the mixer off so I can take a moment to scrape down the sides of the bowl. So here I am mixing again just to make sure the butter, cream cheese, and sugar are well incorporated. You can see the color changing, it getting a little lighter. So I've stopped the mixer once again to scrape down the sides of the bowl before I move on to adding the eggs. Okay, I've now scraped down the sides of the bowl and I'm going to go ahead and add the eggs one by one. I've scraped down the sides of the bowl, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix again for a little bit before I begin to add the flour mixture. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the flour a little at a time. So as you will see, I have added the flour in 3 separate steps. So I've done it in 1/3 increments. Add some, mix it in well before adding some more. Here we have the last bit of flour we're gonna go ahead and mix in. So here I am going to scrape down the sides of the bowl one last time before adding the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so here I'm going to add roughly 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract again. If I add a little more, it's okay. Next, I'm going to add the lemon zest. And we are going to mix. Get that lemon zest from the top of the paddle. You could very easily use lemon extract in this recipe, but anytime I make a cake with lemon, I always prefer to use lemon zest. It just tastes so much better to me. All right, y'all, so here we have our pound cake batter, and we are going to very gently fold in our blueberries. I'm gonna try our best not to break them in the bowl. Guys, this smells so good. That lemon zest. Alrighty. All right, we will be right back with our pan. All right, we're gonna start by spraying our pan with nonstick spray. All right, we're gonna start adding our cake batter a little at a time, because we are about to need the cream cheese mixture that we made earlier. All right, so we have a thin layer of the batter. Just gonna kind of press that down a bit. Try not to touch the edges of the pan as I'm doing this. Now we have our cream cheese mixture, and we're just gonna take little dollops, kind of drop it in the middle. Try to keep it away from the edges of the pan. Alrighty, we're gonna smooth this out a bit. And then we're gonna go in with some more batter. Let me smooth that out. We're gonna add a little more of our cream cheese mixture. Again, kind of smooth that out. And now we are going to add the rest of our cake batter. All right, I just want to pop right in and say that here I can clearly see that I overfilled the pan with batter, and you will see when I take the cake out of the oven what that resulted in. So when you put your batter in your pan, just try not to overfill it. Drop it a couple times. All right, we dropped it a couple times to try to release some air. All right, guys, so the cake is ready to put into the oven. I have preheated the oven again at 300 degrees, and it will bake for about an hour and a half, an hour 45 minutes. I will definitely check at the hour and a half mark and let you guys know how long it took. Okay, y'all, so I just took the cake out of the oven right at 1 hour 30 minutes. And we're gonna let it chill out in the pan for about 10-15 minutes before we turn it out into the plate. So pretty. Okay, so I will start by saying that the pan was overfilled, which is why we have these little extra flat all around sides. So I'm probably just going to trim that off before I add the glaze, but that is absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. So we're going to let this cool off a bit before we add our glaze, and I will be back soon. All right, y'all, here we are going to make the glaze for the cake. I have 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and the juice of 1 lemon in this bowl. All right, it is nice and smooth, and when our cake is cool, we are going to drizzle this over it. All right, so our cake has had some time to cool. As you can see, I have trimmed the flat edges off of the bottom of the cake from where I overfilled it before I baked it. But yeah, the cake is really, really pretty. I love the way the blueberries pop. All right, y'all, so here we have our finished product. We have our blueberry lemon cheesecake pound cake. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. While you're here, I do hope you take a moment to subscribe, come back for some more recipes. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.